Jesus, releasing destinies. This is Celebration TV. Refinery, Jesus, releasing destinies. This is Celebration TV.
To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offence. The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor Ibikunle Amosu.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Sherry Quincy Barma, and here are the news making the headlines. Federal government declares Friday, Monday, Easter public holidays. In Ivory Coast, Suma Horo reappointed as head of National Assembly. Brazil military chiefs resign in new crisis for Bolsonaro. NNPC others sign agreements for methanol gas projects. Ronaldo helps Portugal beat Luxembourg. Do stay with us. When we get back from this very short break, I'll be bringing you the news in details. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back, and now the news in full. Federal government declares Friday, Monday, Easter public holidays. The federal government has declared Friday and Monday, April 2nd and 5th, 2021 as public holidays to mark this year's Easter celebration. Minister of Interior Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola made the declaration on behalf of the federal government in a statement titled "Federal Government Declares Friday, 2nd, Monday, 5th April 2021 public holidays to mark Easter celebration." And signed by the spokesman, Ministry of Interior Mohammed Manga, he urged Christians to emulate the attributes of forbearance, forgiveness, kindness, humility, love, and peace which were demonstrated by Jesus Christ. Aregbesola called on the Christian faithful to use the occasion of this year's Easter celebration to pray for peace, unity, and progress of the country, adding that security is everybody's business. Therefore, he encourages all Nigerians and foreigners resident in Nigeria to display a high level of patriotism in this critical time in the history of the country, to also support the efforts of all security agencies in ensuring peace and security of lives and property of the citizenry. While wishing Christians both at home and abroad a happy and peaceful Easter celebration, the minister called on Nigerians to join hands with the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration in its determination to make life more meaningful for all. And now moving forward, Buhari departs for UK, PDP knocks APC on healthcare. Top government officials barred President Buhari farewell as he leaves Nigeria for London, where he would undergo a routine medical checkup. The government officials gathering at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport to witness Buhari's departure included the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mohammed Bello, the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, the Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, and the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, amongst others. Buhari embarked on the medical trip at a time members of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors have declared their intention to commence strike on April 1st. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party says that the routine overseas checkup embarked upon by the president was a direct indictment of this regime's failure to fix the healthcare system. The party's spokesperson, Kola Ologbundiyan, in a statement in Abuja, alleged that the Buhari regime had wrecked the nation's health institutions. And now, in another development, federal government meets NARD moves to stop April 1st doctor strike. A team of federal government officials would meet today with the leadership of the National Association of Resident Doctors to advert the strike already declared by the medical practitioners to commence tomorrow. Ministers of Labour and Employment Chris Ngige and the spokesman for the ministry, Mr. Charles Akpan, disclosed this in separate interviews. Ahead of today's meeting, it was learned that officials of both the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Labour and Employment had been meeting members of the Committee of Chief Medical Directors and a team of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria to avert the strike. The NARD had called on its members to commence what it called a total and indefinite strike on Thursday by 8 a.m. if the federal government refuses to accede to its demands. And now news also coming from around Africa, Ivory Coast. Sumahoro reappointed as head of National Assembly. A close associate of Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara, Amadou Soumaoro, had been reappointed as head of the National Assembly. Following the 6th-March legislative election won by the ruling party, Mr. Soumaoro, a former minister and founding member of President Ouattara's party, received 158 votes out of 247 voters, compared to 85 votes for opposition candidate Alian Inzi. The required majority was 128 votes. Amadou Soumaoro had succeeded in March 2019 to purge off the assembly to the former leader of the rebellion, Gillian Soro, who in conflict with President Ouattara had been pushed to resign and now lives in exile. The ruling party, the rally of who fought states for democracy and peace, RHDP, won an absolute majority in the National Assembly with 137 seats out of 254 against 91 for the opposition parties. 16 deputies elected as independents joined the RHDP group, according to the party. Constitutional Council validated this result on the 25th of March, except for 6 constituencies where voters will have to vote again, including Seguela. The stronghold of Ahmed Bakayoko, the Prime Minister who died on the 10th of March in Germany of cancer. He was largely re-elected despite his absence. The legislative elections took place peacefully and with the participation of all the major opposition parties, unlike the October 2020 presidential elections, which they boycotted and during the electoral violence resulted in 100 deaths. A news coming from around Africa, Tanzanian MPs approved Philip Mpango as the new vice president. The Tanzanian parliament has confirmed the appointment of the country's finance minister, Philip Mpango, as the new vice president. Mpango's nomination was announced by Parliament Speaker Job Ndugai ahead of his approval by the MPs. A total of 363 MPs voted to endorse Mpango after nomination by President Samia Suluhu. Mpango will be sworn in and will fill the position that was left vacant after President Suluhu took over as president following the death of former strongman Dr. John Pombe Magufuli. President Isidore Mpango is amongst the few ministers who were reappointed by the late President Magufuli during his second term. He previously served as the acting Commissioner General of the Tanzania Revenue Authority, the Executive Secretary in President's Office. He also served as a Deputy Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs and the personal assistant to the late President Magufuli in Economic Affairs. Right now, we'll take a very short break. When we get back, I'll be bringing you news from Brazil. Do stay with us.
love of God bestowed on mankind. The ultimate sacrifice was paid, crucified for our emancipation. Easter Miracle Service with Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman.
Touch, challenge God. I decree that you are free. Faster, 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 faster.
We have Easter Miracle Service, Friday 10 in the morning, Saturday 10 in the morning, and Sunday service. So whether it's you're blind, you're deaf, you're dumb, whatever it is, Friday morning, bring them here.
Date 2nd through 4th April 2021, 2nd and 3rd April 10 a.m. GMT +1, Sunday 4th April 6:30 GMT +1 at the International Worship Center, Omega Farm Ministries, Kilometer 132, Benina Kenya Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. For inquiries, call +234 806 464 6180. Easter Miracle Service. Your redemption is final.
Welcome back. Now it's updates from Brazil. Brazil military chiefs resign in new crisis for Bolsonaro. The heads of Brazil's Army, Navy and Air Force have all resigned as President Jair Bolsonaro struggles to contain a crisis over his leadership. The defense chiefs are reported to have stepped down in protest at what they see as an attempt by Mr. Bolsonaro to exert undue control over the military. Mr. Bolsonaro's popularity has plummeted over his response to COVID-19. Nearly 314,000 people have died with COVID-19 in Brazil, with a new daily record of 3,780 reported. There have been more than 12.5 million confirmed cases. Brazil's far-right president, who came to power 2 years ago, has consistently opposed quarantine measures, arguing that the damage to the economy would be worse than the effects of the coronavirus itself. He has also told Brazilians to stop whining about the situation. The president was forced to reshuffle his cabinet after his foreign and defense ministers both quit. And more updates from the United Kingdom. COVID-19 shooting coming to an end for millions. Today marks the last day about 4 million of the most clinically vulnerable people in England and Wales are advised to shield at home. They are still being advised to keep social contact at low levels, work from home where possible, and stay at a distance from other people. The change comes amid falling COVID cases and hospital admissions. According to the NHS Digital, there are 3.8 million shielded patients in England and 130,000 in Wales. Scotland and Northern Ireland are expected to lift their restrictions later in April. People identified as being clinically extremely vulnerable were advised to take extra care to avoid contracting COVID-19 because they are considered more at risk of needing hospital treatments. They include people who have had stem cell transplant or are having chemotherapy treatments for cancer and adults with chronic kidney disease. Anyone shielding has been entitled to priority access as a COVID vaccination before the general population. And now it's business news. NNPC ordered sign agreements for methanol gas projects. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Brass Fertilizer and Petrochemical Company Limited, and DSV Engineering have signed 2 key agreements for the construction of a methanol plant and also a gas processing plant in Odema, Brass, Bayelsa State. The methanol plant will have a capacity of 10,000 tons per day, while that of the gas plant is 500 million standard cubic feet per day, according to the NCDMB. It says the Executive Secretary of NCDMB, Mr. Simbi Wabote, signed for the board, while the Chief Operating Officer, Gas and Power, NNPC, Mr. Usman Yusuf, and the Managing Director of BFPCL, Chief Ben Okoye, signed for the companies at the ceremony held at the board's license office in Abuja. The NCDMB says the first agreement was the accession agreement between BFPCL, DSV Engineering, NNPC, and the NCDMB Capacity Development Intervention Company Limited by guarantee. According to the statement, the second agreement was the share subscription agreement between BFPCL, DSV Engineering, and the NCDMB Capacity Development Intervention Company Limited by guarantee. Instead, this agreement confirmed the allotment of 18% of the authorized share capital of the Brass Fertilizer and Petrochemical Company Limited to the NCDMB. In his remarks, Wabote says the methanol plant would, upon completion, bring Nigeria onto the world map as one of the top 10 producers of methanol. And still on business news, $1.5 billion for Port Harcourt Refinery rehabilitation outrageous, Reps caucus. The minority caucus in the House of Representatives has rejected the $1.5 billion approval for rehabilitation of the Port Harcourt Refinery, describing the figure as outrageous and heavily inflated. The caucus therefore demanded an immediate review of the cost. A statement issued by the minority leader of the House, Ndudi Elumelu, said the caucus reached a conclusion after a thorough evaluation of the proposal. The caucus noted that while it was in support of only genuine effort to bridge energy deficit in Nigeria, such should not be used as a ploy by corrupt individuals to fleece the nation. Lawmakers urges the Federal Executive Council not to release any funds related to the inflated rehabilitation cost until after the review. The House had on March 24, 2021 resolved to investigate the fresh $1.5 billion recently approved by the Federal Executive Council to rehabilitate the Port Harcourt Refinery. The House would also be probing into rehabilitation and maintenance exercises on other refineries in the country, which had reportedly gulped billions of dollars. Right now, we'll go on a very short break. When we get back from that break, I'll be bringing you news from the world of sports. Do stay with us.
Love of God bestowed on mankind. The ultimate sacrifice was paid. Crucified for our emancipation. Easter Miracle Service with Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman.
Touch the challenge, God. I decree that you are free. Faster, 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 faster.
We have Easter Miracle Service, Friday 10 in the morning, Saturday 10 in the morning, and Sunday service. So whether it's you're blind, you're deaf, you're dumb, whatever it is, Friday morning, bring them here.
Date 2nd through 4th April 2021, 2nd and 3rd April 10 a.m. GMT +1, Sunday 4th April 6:30 GMT +1 at the International Worship Center, Omega Farm Ministries, Kilometer 132, Benina Kenya Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. For inquiries, call +234 806 464 6180. Easter Miracle Service. Your redemption is final. A revival fire sweeping across the land.
In this kingdom where we operate, the higher you go, the hotter you should be. The more you expand, the more you should be on fire.
The mighty move of the Spirit invading the souls of men. Never have we seen it in this manner. The manifest presence made real.
You were born 7:15 a.m. on Sunday, August 22, 1982.
Generational impact with Apostle Johnson Suleiman.
Glory be to the Lamb of God. I'm coming to Abia State. I'm coming to the city of Aba. We're going to be having 3 meetings. The first day is going to be in the evening by 4 p.m. The second day is going to be in the morning by 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. Be my guest as we enjoy grace, open heavens, mighty, mind-blowing manifestations of the power of God. There will be miracles, there will be deliverances, there will be restoration, and above all, there will be salvation and emancipation of souls. Be my guest as I come to Aba for Impact 2021. God bless you.
Date 14th and 15th of April 2021. Venue Aba Polytechnic Field, Abia State. Time Wednesday 4 p.m. and Thursday 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. GMT +1. For inquiries, call Love of God bestowed on mankind. The ultimate sacrifice was paid. Crucified for our emancipation. Easter Miracle Service with Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman.
Touch the challenge, God. I decree that you are free. Faster, 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 faster.
We have Easter Miracle Service, Friday 10 in the morning, Saturday 10 in the morning, and Sunday service. So whether it's you're blind, you're deaf, you're dumb, whatever it is, Friday morning, bring them here.
Date 2nd through 4th April 2021, 2nd and 3rd April 10 a.m. GMT +1, Sunday 4th April 6:30 GMT +1 at the International Worship Center, Omega Farm Ministries, Kilometer 132, Benina Kenya Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. For inquiries, call +234 806 464 6180. Easter Miracle Service. Your redemption is final.
You're welcome back, and now it's sports news. Ronaldo helps Portugal beat Luxembourg. Cristiano Ronaldo helped Portugal to a hard-fought 3-1 win over Luxembourg with his first goal of the 2022 World Cup qualifying campaign, while Belgium became the latest team to join the protest over human rights in Qatar before hitting 8 past Belarus. Juventus forward Ronaldo bagged his 103rd international goal 5 minutes after the break to stop his side falling foul of a Luxembourg team whose recent performances have defied their small status and tiny population. Ronaldo had been controversially denied what looked to have been an added time winner in Saturday's draw against Serbia in Belgrade, but he was not to be denied when he tapped home João Cancelo's cross. Luxembourg beat the Republic of Ireland last time out, and other shock results looked possible when Garcin Rodriguez put his hosts in the lead with a glancing header half an hour into the Group A contest at the Stade Joseph Bethel. Diogo Jota put the European champions back on level terms in the first half stoppage time with a close-range header of his own, finding himself unmarked to nod home Pedro Neto's cross. Ronaldo put Portugal ahead, and then João Pelhinha added a third to save Portugal's blushes and put them top level on 7 points, with Serbia, who won 2-1 at Azerbaijan earlier thanks to an Alexander Mitrovic brace. The 36-year-old Ronaldo is now 6 goals short of Iranian Ali J's all-time record of 109 international strikes. In another sports story, Edo ready for festival, waiting for federal government funds, says Shaibu. Edo State Deputy Governor and Chairman, Local Organizing Committee for the 20th National Sports Festival, Philip Shaibu, says the state is ready to host the event amid report that the Sports Ministry was considering Abuja as an alternative venue if Edo failed to stage the event following paucity of funds. Shaibu, who was led by the Director of Facilities, Edo State Sports Commission, Victor Edokbayi, to inspect facilities for the festival, reassured that the state was ready to host the games. Scheduled to begin on Friday but needed financial support from the federal government, the Deputy Governor also visited Team Edo at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City, where the athletes were tested and vaccinated against coronavirus ahead of the game's opening. Facilities inspected include those for wrestling, boxing, gymnastics, judo, kung fu, karate, swimming, tennis, basketball, storage equipment, LOC Secretariat, Staff Office, Office of the Secretary General of LOC, Conference Hall, and indoor sports, amongst others. We've come to the end of News Desk on Celebration TV. In case you missed the top stories, here is a rundown of the headlines. Federal government declares Friday, Monday, Easter public holidays. In Ivory Coast, Sumahoro reappointed as head of National Assembly. Brazil military chiefs resign in new crisis for Bolsonaro. NNPC authors sign agreements for methanol gas projects. And on sports news, Ronaldo helps beat Portugal, Luxembourg. And now we are down to the photo of today. Knowledge is not just power when acquired. It is immense power when put to use, and then only when the use made of is constructive. Knowledge sets you on an edge and makes you soar above others. And the beautiful thing about knowledge is nobody can take it from you. You can share your thoughts about this photo of the day with us via Facebook, we are Celebration TV, or on Instagram, we are My Celebration TV. On Twitter, we are at My Celebration TV. On YouTube, we are Celebration TV. And always remember that your positive contribution to the wellness of the society you find yourself or the organization you work defines your leadership might. As an individual who knows what to do and do without expecting to be pushed has backed his way to success. Be it known today that everything we do, think, feel, and believe either has a positive or negative effect on humanity and our national well-being. Be a part of nation building today. Thank you for staying tuned. I am Sherry Queensley Bima, and it's goodbye.
To 15.7 trillion naira by the end of December 2019.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing INT'L of committing a gross offence.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun.
To 15.7 trillion naira.